So, if you go see Coco, you first gotta sit through a Frozen short that comes before it, which is like longer than the movie itself, but it's actually pretty cool. You follow Olaf trying to figure out a non-religious, non-offending, gluten-free winter tradition for Anna and Elsa since they never had one growing up. He then realizes, of course, that he himself is their tradition since they always tried to build a snowman. And of course, it's all done in a musical form.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
So before we get into the movie, the animators come out in this little clip and remind you how hard it was to animate this movie. So, like, shut your kids up and pay attention. We get a mariachi Disney intro, and then we get some 2D background stuff telling us about Miguel's great-great-grandma, whose husband dipped out on them in order to become a musician. She, however, is an independent Mexican woman, so she raises her daughter on her own, starts a huarache finish line with her shoemaking skills, vows to never allow music in her family, and just moves on. Now, her daughter's name is Coco, which is the name of the movie. She begets Miguel's abuelita, who runs the entire family as Coco pulls an Hector in the background. And she also forbids music. Now, in Mexican tradition, the Day of the Dead is the one day the dead can come back and see their loved ones, like a reverse Halloween town. This can only happen, however, if the living family leaves your picture on their little sanctuary in order to remember you. Even deeper than that is that if they forget to do that, hopefully you're still in their mind, because once no one even thinks about you anymore in the real world, you'll just cease to exist and die again after you've already died once. Of course, I would say that the solution to that is to just make random YouTube videos, that way people will stumble upon them and your memory will live on. However, let's focus on Miguel, because this kid loves music when he's not supposed to. His family won't let him follow that passion, so he does what every Pixar character does in this scenario. They run away. He takes his old family photo, and even though his great-great-abuelo is cut out of it, he recognizes the guitar as the exact same one that his idol uses, who's practically a cartoon version of Vicente Fernandez. Thinking that he's the grandson of this person and thinking that he has the musical genes in his huaraches, he goes to go steal De La Cruz's guitar from his sanctuary. You Mexican. This causes the Pixar writers to have the perfect segue into the magical second half where he enters the world of the dead and meets all of his family members that he never got to meet. Even in the afterlife, though, Mexicans have to deal with customs and borders, and since Miguel has the picture of his great-great-abuela, she has no way to cross, and thus she has to go and visit her and hopefully get her blessing to come back, because while he's in this world, he has till sunrise or else he disappears. The problem though is that his great-great-grandma's willing to give him the blessing, but since she hates music so much, that's her one condition in order for him to go back. And he goes, no manches. He says pass and sets out to find his famous grandpa instead to get his blessing when he comes across another dude who is actually De La Cruz's bandmate named Hector. He's being forgotten in the real world, so they make a deal to help out each other, and they set off on an adventure that obviously includes pizza trucks, the Lexo Ball, Pixar numbers, only to discover a very huge twist at the end of the road. Oh yeah, that twist is that De La Cruz is a murderer. The homie killed Hector since he was the one who was the swaley of the group, had all the hooks, but he wanted to quit and go back to his family. So De La Cruz goes, nope, Hector, you're not going anywhere. The dude Princess Bride poisons him, takes his guitar, and makes bank off of his tunes. This, of course, means that Miguel's true grandpa is this dude. But his great-great-grandpa is Hector, who's been with him the entire time. De La Cruz is still a thug in the afterlife, so he locks them up. They eventually get rescued by Miguel's family, and Hector reconciles with his wife, proving that even death doesn't do him part. Pixar then just takes that water news scene from Monsters, Inc., and they pretty much just have all the cameras pointed at De La Cruz, who for whatever reason can't hear the reverb of what he's saying, and he admits all of his evilness to all the people who now hate him. Miguel goes back, fixes things in real life, the afterlife, and proves that family always comes first, and that even when you doubt someone and think that they're just a deadbeat, remember, they could just be dead. Thank you guys for checking out this video. As always, definitely let me know your comments down below in the comments section. Any movies, Easter eggs that I'm working on as well, music, TV shows that you want me to explain in minutes, let me know down below and I'll try to get them as soon as possible. But until then, catch you on the next time when I talk about another movie also dealing with death and birthdays.